Welcome back, Know-It-Alls. Thanks for listening to the show, and as always, give us some feedback about what we are doing so we can make sure you're having a good time listening to us.
He's here.
Smooth Charlie Ray.
Your sexy voice? Like when the teachers tell you to use an inside voice, you're just like smooth, sexy talking to the teacher.
Well, yeah, apparently the Gilbert Gottfried's voice didn't work too well for me, so yeah.
It worked well for him.
Well, it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would
Aflac.
who would have thought, right?
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Yes, rest in peace. I was going to go see him live too, but he was supposed to be here in Kansas City about 2 months after he passed away. He was booked to be here before, obviously before he died. But I was like, oh, I think I'll go see him. Nope, nope, you're not.
Wasn't meant to be.
No. So
I was gonna buy tickets for Michael Jackson's last tour, and I was getting real close to biting the bullet of buying them on eBay. And I'm glad I didn't because I definitely wouldn't have got my money back.
Well,
yeah, no doubt about
this is
that.
it.
Yeah. All right, boys.
Yeah.
What brings you here today?
Your sexiness.
All right, all right. Should I take my shirt off? Should I slap my dong up against my
Oh,
camera?
oh shit! I didn't know we were reporting for OnlyFans this weekend.
I wish. What a way to make a living. Once again, it'd be fucking amazing to make a living by doing that shit.
Wouldn't that be nice?
It would be.
Yeah. Have you seen that chick with like the cosmetic ass? Like it's so big that she has to take up almost 3 seats in an airplane.
Oh, I did see that.
And then she's
I,
complaining that
yeah,
seats on airplanes aren't big enough. It's like
Y'all got to make them bigger.
you did this to yourself.
yeah.
Like,
I don't get it. I mean, personally, I mean, I'm an ass man, but I'm
yeah.
not like a huge ass man.
Like when they have to turn sideways to fit through a door, you're like, it's not ass anymore. It's just hips.
Yeah, I don't even have that much of a hips or ass, but even me, it's a challenge sometimes going down airline aisles because they made them so damn narrow now. I
Yeah.
mean, I can fit into a regular airplane seat fairly well now. I mean, I've lost a lot of weight around my waist and my hips and stuff, but I'm still filling up those seats because those seats are tiny. I can't imagine I mean, her butt and hips are just so huge.
Does it kill you to look at a plane from the 70s and look at a plane now and think, go fuck yourself?
Yes, it does.
It's like there's almost only one seat on each side of the aisle, and now there's like three or four on each side of the
Hmm.
aisle. God damn it.
Exactly.
It's not fair.
Yeah, you ever seen any of that footage from like the 50s and 60s where they're like serving them like regular food and there's like,
Yeah. There's like a
I
turkey
mean, yeah.
dinner on a tray.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You'd be lucky to get a thing of crackers. I mean, they don't do
Yeah,
peanuts.
now
They don't do peanuts anymore, obviously, because of allergies.
right. So yeah, they come by and they offer you the biscuits thing, I guess, or the pretzels, one of the
Yep.
two. They kind of throw them at you, and here's a Coke if you're lucky and you're not paying for it. Half the time you got to pay for even a soda.
Yeah.
And speaking of soda, I brought back my whiskey and soda for tonight. I haven't had that
Oh,
for the last couple of times. Yeah,
I've just got water.
yeah.
Sucks to be me.
Well, one last time I
Ooh, what
start
is
my
that?
diet here next
Body
week.
armor.
Body armor. What is that? Like electrolyte water flavored?
Yeah, it's like Gatorade, but better.
Hmm. I like things that are better.
Oh yeah, delicious.
I like things that are bitter since that's usually most women in the USA. So,
Well, they
take what
expect
I
the
can get.
most and they want to offer nothing.
Well,
They
yes.
want to offer their
Yes.
presence. Their presence. That's it. I
Comes at a
exist.
price.
Yeah.
They bring the table. That's what they bring. They don't bring anything else to the table. They just bring the table. What do you got there? I got a cardboard table. Oh, nice.
So with the
I jest, ladies. If you're listening, I jest. I love y'all.
do you?
All of them.
Not really, but yeah.
Even after your little foray into man-on-man love, you've decided to go back to women?
Shh, nobody's supposed to know about that, Clay.
Everybody knows about it. It's not a secret.
Well,
Word
you
around
know,
the office is.
the 10 people that are listening to this podcast might know, but
Oh, not even that. I set up a fake Instagram profile with your name called Backdoor Charlie Ray.
well, did
I
you
just
find my
write
regular profile already called Backdoor Charlie Ray?
Yeah, but this one's all about dudes and you, not women backdoor.
Oh, well, damn it. I
Sorry,
mean,
dude.
I have had some backdoor action, but it was with girls, so
Yeah. So you
yeah.
say.
Hmm,
Well,
strange.
she sure looked like one. I didn't. Well, let's see. No,
I did.
I
I told her not to talk
hold
because
on.
she sounded rather mannish.
No. I was gonna say no. I gave that one a yoni massage. So yeah, I'm pretty sure she's a chick. Pretty sure that's the real deal there. I was up close and personal. So
You want to hear about the real deal? I got a news story for you.
let's hear about the real deal.
As somebody who talks on this podcast, can you assume what this story is probably about? Like, what do you think it's about?
Sex.
Do you say snacks?
Yes, snacks.
Oh, snacks?
Sex snacks.
Oh, sex snacks? Well, it could be
Yeah.
sex. It could be food. Actually, it's about a man in Austria getting fined 500 euros for doing something. Can you guess what he did?
Hmm.
He had sex with a snack.
Okay, all right.
He
Cross-
inserted an entire meal deal up his ass.
Okay,
That would
without
be a
even
happy
folding
meal.
it, just
Just one item at a time.
one chicken nugget at a time. So no,
Wow.
this man was fined 500 euros for farting with full intent at Vienna police.
Oh my
Hold
god,
on.
that's assault.
Is it?
What happened? What did he do to the Vienna police?
He farted with full
Ah.
intent at the police.
Wow. Can you imagine if he Dutch ovened him? That'd probably be like double the fine.
Or maybe he would have gotten like off scot-free and probably some bonus get out of jail free cards.
Possibly.
I don't judge people and their kinks. Anyway, a man in Vienna has been fined. So this is 2020, June 16th. So it's an old story, but I do have a little follow-up a year later. So I was able to track down what happened afterward. Usually I can't
Okay.
track down shit like I can't track down the dildo flying across the room and cutting the guy's face open. I can't find any more stories after that. So
Damn
that's
it.
sort of just the end of it. But this one has a different follow-up. Also, there was the guy that was he suing because he had bad food and he has nothing but farts forever? Is that what it was? Do you remember that? He kept farting and farting after eating a ham from a Christmas.
Oh,
That's
yeah. I
right.
remember that guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then he tried suing, but I couldn't find any follow-up stories after that. So I have no idea what happened.
It was a ham roll.
Ham roll, that's what it was. Yeah. So anyway,
Man, I hope I never eat a ham roll at that place because I don't want to be stuck eternally farting.
well, I mean, unless you're this guy and you hang out near the police and you want to punish them.
Yeah.
How did they know it was with intent? Did he look at them afterwards and say
It's-
that was for you?
It's funny you asked that. Allow me to express
Elaborate?
myself. Yeah, let me elaborate here. So, a man in Vienna has been fined 500 euros, so that's 760 bucks Canadian, for breaking wind loudly in front of police. A move that the Austrian capital's police force was at pains to defend on Tuesday. So it actually went to court. How fucked up is that? The Austrian newspaper reported that the fine stemmed from an incident on June 5th and that the offender was fined for, and I quote, offending public decency. City police wrote on Twitter that, of course, no one is reported for accidentally letting one go, but this is a special case. They added that the man had behaved provocatively and uncooperatively during an encounter with officers that preceded the event. He got up from a park bench, looked directly at the officers, and let go a massive intestinal wind, apparently with full intent. And our colleagues don't like to be farted at, is what the police had said. They
Damn.
Did he
said-
like wink at him? like,
Well,
hey.
There's more details. Like this is just from the newspaper
Wow.
report. So the police noted that the decision could be appealed. So fast forward to 2021. So 1 year later, another newspaper reported. In a decision released by the administrative court in Vienna, the court lays out some much needed detail in regards to the alleged events that transpired on that fateful day. The ordeal began on June 5th, 2020, when the farting man, named Mr. AB in the document, was hanging out with friends at an unnamed park when a group of police officers approached during a routine identity check. That's when things got windy. See what they did there? Very clever, right? So that's when things got
Terrible.
windy. When he released, and this is a quote from the cops, when he released the intestinal gas, Mr. AB was sitting on a park bench. He then lifted his buttocks and tensed up a little bit before aiming and letting the intestinal gas escape. Mr. AB's friends laughed at the intestinal gas, and witness F made a joke. Due to the resulting entertainment from the intestinal gas, the defendant grinned at the officers. In court, the man argued that the fart was not intentional and that even if it was intentional, it would still fall under his fundamental right for freedom of expression. Unfortunately, Unfortunately for the windbreaker, the judge didn't buy his argument. In a detailed legal assessment of whether farting is indeed a protected form of expression, the judge argues while farts and burps can cause social inappropriateness, they do not contain communicative content. And even if they did, it would still be considered a form of expression that transcends the boundaries of decency. The judge did show some sympathy for the man, reducing his fine from 500 euros to 100 euros, citing his financial situation and the fact that he had no prior criminal record. However, speaking to the local Viennese newspaper, Mate Zenz, the man's lawyer, made clear that this is a hill his client is willing to die on, and that they would be appealing the decision to the country's constitutional court. It's a matter of principle for us, the lawyer said, because it's petty to get a punishment for a fart.
Hear, hear.
Yeah. So there you have it. He lifted his butt cheeks and he aimed it towards the cops and then giggled after he did it. And the cops wrote him up. It's fucked
Wow.
up. Would you, if you were the Mr. AB, I think is what they named him in the document, if you were him and you got the 100 euro fine, would you just walk away or would you demand that this is a hill that you're really willing to die on?
I don't
Jeez, I don't
know.
know.
What if the
I
judge
don't know.
upholds the original fine and says, you know what, I'm tired of your shit. 500 euros, done.
Tired of the stench of your shit.
It seems
Uh,
pretty petty to me on the part of the police officers. That
I agree.
come
sounds
on,
like something a Canadian cop would do.
yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
Seriously. Yeah.
I do like how it's a
Uh,
routine identity check. How often
Yeah,
you guys,
yeah.
what's up with that?
I don't know, how
Yeah.
often you guys
Well,
hanging out and a cop approaches you and is like, hey, can I see some ID? You're like, I'm just sitting on a park bench.
I'd tell them to fuck off.
yeah. Not very often.
Do you think maybe it's
Does not
because
happen.
there's no borders in all those European countries, so they don't know where the people are from?
Oh, maybe.
There's a chance that they're not there legally.
Well, there probably half of them aren't there legally. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he was looking suspicious. Maybe he looked like he had to fart and they wanted to check on him. I don't know.
That's why
Yeah.
he was making those faces at us.
The cops wanted to make sure he was okay, and he played a dangerous game of humor with them, and he lost.
To
At
the
least he
tune
didn't
of
walk up to him and
100
say,
euros.
"Here, pull my finger." You know.
Can you imagine being the cop going into the precinct and you're the guy that arrested someone for getting farted on? I don't think that'd make you a very manly police officer in any way.
You'd be a laughing
Well,
stock of the entire division.
I don't know. We have that cop down here that apparently an acorn fell out of a tree, hit the cop car by him, and they freaked out and unloaded their pistol at apparently Ghost because there was nobody around because they thought it was a gunshot. So, you know,
That's a little fucked up.
just a little bit.
Speaking
Yeah.
of gunshots, I have an interesting
Yeah.
tale to tell
Ooh.
from the
Okay.
interweb news. Let's
Good
see.
segue there. Thanks, Charlie Ray.
You pitched it up nice for me there, buddy.
I did. I set it up and then you just hit the balls.
Now, let me find said story. Here we go. Now, this is a story about a shooting that takes place inside of a Subway sandwich restaurant. I want you guys to guess before I read the story.
Detroit.
What,
Oh, sorry.
what condiment was there too much of that made this person so upset?
I'm
In
gonna
my
say
case-
mustard.
I was
Okay.
going to say, in my case, if you put too much damn mayo on there, I might have to bust a cap up in a Subway.
Well,
Mustard
you might agree with this guy then, Charlie Ray. So
Mayo's disgusting.
I kind of agree with you, but here's the story. A fight over how much mayonnaise is too much has ended in the death of a subway worker in Atlanta, police have confirmed. According to WBRZ in Atlanta, a customer shot two subway workers after a complaint about his sandwich on Sunday evening. Officers with the Atlanta Police Department responded to a Circle K gas station wait a minute. I guess there must be a subway inside the Circle K?
Yeah, there's some subways within gas stations you in like rural little areas that don't have like bigger stores.
Gotcha. So after 6:30 p.m., they received a call that a person had been shot. They found that two female employees inside the neighboring subway had been shot. One of the employees, 26, died at the scene while the other 24 was rushed to hospital. Believe it or not, it was about too much mayonnaise on his sandwich. Willie Glenn, the owner of the store, told Fox 5. He decided to escalate the situation from there, and that's when all hell broke loose. Interim police chief, whoever, told the Atlanta Journal-Constitution the 24-year-old woman was shot in front of her 5-year-old child. Okay, that's not cool. Who was in the store visiting at the time. What you are seeing behind me is a result of a tragedy, the officer told reporters outside the subway. A senseless tragedy that we've seen numerous times throughout the year where an argument leads to gunfire. Now we have someone who has died. Police told reporters the on-duty manager tried to return fire on the shooter.
What the fuck?
But missed, and the shooter fled the scene. A 36-year-old suspect who wasn't named was later arrested in connection with the shooting. This was a very tragic situation that did not have to occur, and that's the end of that story. Wow.
Did it say whether the shooter was white or not?
It did not.
But
too much mayonnaise.
Then he was definitely not white.
Too much mayonnaise, man.
Because they would have told you if he was white.
Oh, you're probably right. How cynical of you, Charlie Ray.
According to what Ann Coulter told Bill Maher this week about the shooting in Kansas City, she's
that.
like, yeah, well, she talked about it. She's like, well, they haven't released any information on the shooters yet. She goes, well, then that means they're not white. He goes, well, what do you mean by that? She goes, well, if they were white, they would have told you right away they were white because it would have been right-wing violence.
Right.
So, yeah. So, that's a sad story.
As a grown man, I guess I'm not just speaking for myself in the room. 3 of us, grown men, yeah.
Well, there's no other grown men in my room, Clay. Who do you got under your desk?
Bring out the gimp.
Yeah, that's Jamie doing extra research.
You best better wake him then.
No, but as a grown man, can you imagine any time in your life where you would have to escalate a situation about mayonnaise that you have to bring out a gun to resolve it?
I'd be upset, but then I just wouldn't take the sandwich. I would be like, no, make a new one.
Does that not fucking register to someone's head?
If it involved me, a sandwich, mayonnaise, and them like holding me down and trying to shove that sandwich with too much mayo up my butt, it might involve escalating to a pistol.
Maybe.
Well, that's a pretty freakish occurrence.
But I don't know which subway you're going to, but I think I might need to stop by that one from time to time.
I think it was in San Francisco when that story happened.
Dinner and a show for the people there.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's fucked up that you'd have to. What do you think the employees said? Do you think they were just like, no, sir, that's not too much mayonnaise? Because you're not really supposed to argue with the customer, right?
I think they told him, no, we're not going to give you another sandwich, and you got to take this one. What I think they told him. That's probably what happened. He's probably like, that's too much mayo. I want my sandwich remade. And they're probably like, nope, you got to take this sandwich. And he's like,
I do see something magical happening in his future. If you guys have seen Harold and Kumar Escape Guantanamo Bay, there is a sandwich scene with extra mayo in prison. I'm pretty sure he's going to become the recipient.
Blank meat sandwich?
He's going to become the recipient.
When he's the meat in the sandwich? Is that when he's the meat of the sandwich?
He's going to be getting the cock meat sandwich extra mayo. That's super fucked up. It's so sad. It's just completely avoidable. Unlike the farting on the park bench. Unavoidable. That one can't be avoided. You got to fart.
Yeah, that was a totally unprovoked and uncalled for drive-by farting right there. I can't imagine the two of them being cellmates. What are you in for? I shot a bitch at Subway over too much mayo on my sandwich. How about you? I
I
farted in
farted.
the cops' general direction.
In front of her kid, no less.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that just makes it so much more horrible.
So do you think that
That's messed
Subway is
up.
going to become more popular or less popular?
I'll bet you that kid never eats at Subway again.
I,
Guaranteed.
I'm curious why the kids that work with Mom in the first place.
I don't know.
Just
Maybe
visiting, it said. Just
maybe he was on his
visiting.
way
Oh,
home
okay.
from school, or the
Oh,
kid,
okay.
maybe a girl.
So the kid wasn't little then. They had to be at least a little bit older.
Uh,
Not maybe not. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, don't get shot in front of your kid, but
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Maybe not put so much mayo on the sandwich.
That's another problem, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's the new rule at that Subway. There's a big fucking sign that says
No
never
mayo.
put too much mayo.
Just one line. Don't keep going back and
After
forth. One.
See,
after
I
every
like
squirt,
I
you
like the two lines.
You like
I
two
like the
lines?
I like the 2 lines of mayo. But I
Oh,
get my
these
man.
sandwich. I get them built differently. I asked them to put the mayo on the meat before they put the veggies on.
Oh, so it doesn't sog up the bread.
Yeah, like
uh,
years ago, they used to put the mayo and mustard on, then all the veggies, and they would fold the sandwich over and give you your sandwich. And now they put it on afterwards. So as soon as you fold it, all the shit spills out the side and gets the
plus it's
edges
got
of,
crap all over it. Yeah.
yeah, and it gets the edges of your bread all covered with like mustard and mayo and shit. So I always have to ask them to, hey, can you slide it down to the other end, throw the sauce on, slide it back to the veggies. I feel like a dick for doing it, but that's the better way to make a fucking sandwich.
Do you remember when they used to like hollow out the top?
Yeah, yeah, the
Oh
triangle they would
yeah.
cut out. Yeah,
Yeah, that was way
Yeah.
better.
yeah, I agree.
I
I
hope
don't
they
You
know.
know,
stop doing that.
What do you
you
think?
know, here's the thing. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Clay.
No, no, no. Go ahead.
No,
You know,
you go.
we had a little, no, you go.
Mm, you go.
Uh, so actually earlier today, me and Clay had a short little discussion about the I don't know, maybe we should say dumbing down of food at places. So that would kind of mesh with this story, talking about things that we could say, what do you miss that they used to do at
Oh,
restaurants or places that you went that they don't do anymore? So for example, we just talked about Subway.
the
Yeah.
hollowed out top.
They used to hollow out the bread. They used to do this or whatever. They used to not put so much mayo on sandwiches. And you know, for example, today I was sitting there. I went to Costco for lunch. Well, I went there to get stuff, and I ate lunch there, and I got the infamous, hot dog special at Costco for $1.50, which is a hot dog and a soda, right? You can't beat $1.50, right?
No.
But
Yeah.
what's sad is all you get now is a naked hot dog, and then you've got mustard, ketchup, and if you're lucky, there's relish to put on the dog. That's it. And in the past, you had that little machine you could churn, and it would give you cut up onions, and you could ask for sauerkraut. You didn't just get it automatically. You had to ask for it. They had in a cooler under the counter. So I always got sauerkraut and onions because I like my dogs a little spicy with a little crunch instead of just having some liquid on it, just a very plain dog. So that's one thing that's missing. And the second thing that's missing is, you get those, they give you those huge pizzas there. The only choices you have now for pizzas are cheese and pepperoni. And they used to have, I think, something else, some other kind of meat, and they used to have a combo. And getting one of those big size, huge pizza combos for $10 was a pretty good deal. It was a good pizza. But they got rid of it and streamlined it. So it's just, it's 9.95 a pizza, but it's only cheese, only pepperoni, which to me is a little boring.
Yeah.
So, those are some things I miss at Costco as far as food goes. So, is there anything at any of your places that used to go to or still go to that they eliminated a step? Oh, there was one other thing. They went to sippy cups.
Oh,
I mean,
that's right.
so I was looking for, I got a cup. I didn't even look at the lid. I just put the lid on. I'm like, it's just a lid for a cup, right? And I started looking for straws, and I'm like, there's no damn straws. What am I supposed to do? Fucking like stuck it through the hole? I mean, and then I was like, wait a second, there's no hole. Oh, what the hell is this? It's a goddamn fucking adult sippy cup.
I
Yeah.
went
The
to
fucking
Costco today.
the lid had a punched out little corner thing. You punched it in and you just drink it instead of having a straw. And I'm like, either A, what the hell? I'm an adult drinking from a sippy cup, or
Yeah.
B, this is the most genius thing I've ever seen. Like, fuck paper, fuck plastic. We don't need either kind of straw. We're just gonna have a plastic lid and fuck you.
Well, you're already going to have the plastic lid, right?
Exactly.
It
And
already
now you don't have to
exists.
jack with a straw. Well, people don't bitch too much about the plastic lids. They just bitch about the straws because apparently, too many sea turtles tried to snort cocaine and snorted the straw up and the cocaine.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
you
it's
know,
fucked up, right? You go to Wendy's, you get a plastic cup, a plastic lid, but they give you a paper straw. Like, why would you really?
So stupid.
I think
I
they
don't
were worried about people keeping the plastic straws and snorting cocaine.
I don't
Well,
know.
that's just stupid because they can
Uh,
just do that with the paper one.
well, yeah, well, they usually disintegrate, so you can't keep them for later.
Not for snorting, they don't.
Well,
But don't they
true.
taste like cardboard? If I get a paper straw
I haven't
absolutely
ate a
anywhere,
straw lately,
I
so
just I just tell them to keep it. It's like I'm done. Like I'm done. I can't. Please don't give me the straw. Just keep
I
the
do
went.
you
paper.
fart at them? Do
I
you
don't want
fart
to.
at them also?
I don't want to get fined.
Well, I went to Costco today, Charlie Ray, and you're right. During the pandemic, all of a sudden you weren't able to get onions or jalapenos anymore for the hot dog. But lately they've slowly been introducing them again. Today I went, they had the little uh, bullets with the lid of onions and jalapenos, so you can get those. No sauerkraut though, but it seems like it's getting there. I got a straw too with my pop.
Was your
You
straw
gotta,
paper or plastic?
It was plastic.
That's what I was telling Charlie Ray, that ever since they overturned that law in Canada where it's like illegal to sell plastic straws, restaurants are going back to plastic straws.
Yeah,
And I couldn't be fucking happier. I mean, I don't usually normally use a straw. I don't mind drinking from the glass, but when there's a bunch of ice in it, it sucks.
it's way better with a straw.
Yeah. But as soon as there's a paper straw, I'd rather deal with all the ice in my face than
Yeah,
use a paper straw. I can't fucking handle the paper straw. You guys ever had a Slurpee with a paper straw?
no.
It
no.
freezes. Yeah,
Oh,
it
wait, I did
freezes.
when I was up there,
Yeah,
didn't
it
I?
freezes. Yeah, that's right. It freezes inside the fucking straw. If you don't blow the Slurpee back into the Slurpee to leave the straw hollow,
Backwatch it.
right? If you don't do that, it freezes inside the straw, and then you got to crumple it with your fingers to break it up to get the next slurp out. It's just fucking stupid.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
I have to admit though, the sippy cup, sippy cup lid thing, it actually worked pretty well, and I actually liked it because in a lot of times, like I am now, I don't drink with a straw. I like to just drink from the glass. I just don't
Yeah.
normally do that with fast food. It's always a straw.
Well, it's because you're
But
driving, right? You don't want to make a mess and move it around and shit slops off to the side. It makes sense to have a lid and a straw.
well, that's true. But I wasn't driving with it. I was just drinking it there in the store. So
Yeah. Do you think that's where it came from though? Because of people doing drive-through, straws came with everything, or did everything have straws
Yeah,
before that? I don't.
I think it's got to be from driving, right?
yeah, I would think it has to be. That's a story to look up sometime. The invention of the straw and why it happened. It's probably
Or
cocaine.
fast food straws, why it happened.
Probably.
Yeah. Somebody's like, this cocaine straw, this thing that we're snorting through. I wonder if we could drink liquid through it. They made way more money than they did selling cocaine.
I've got a would you rather in regards to the farting guy on the bench, if you guys are ready.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So, would you rather cry uncontrollably every time you fart, like sobbing, mascara running, ugly cry every time you fart, or would you rather fart uncontrollably every time you laugh?
Ooh, man.
I would take the second option.
So, when you laugh and then fart, it's going to be funny. You're going to laugh some more. You're going to fart some more. Then you're going to laugh some more because it's going to be a never ending cycle of humor.
Maybe, but as much as I fart now, I'd never stop crying. So,
I'd
I
go
mean,
for the
Jesus
crying.
Christ. After I hit 50, man, it's like fucking I fart more than the whole probably first half of my life.
The last 2 years of my life, I've farted more than the first half of my entire life. That should be a title of
Yeah.
your book.
I farted and got fined 100 pounds. That's the title of my book. Where was that at again? I got to make sure I don't fart toward a cop when I'm there.
That was in Vienna, Austria.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Well, I haven't been to Austria, although I've flown on Austrian Airlines, and that was a damn good flight. They had a very hot stewardess at that time. That was like 14 years ago. They're probably dudes now, and the
Yeah, but they
food
could
was
be hot
delicious.
dudes. They could be hot
They
dudes.
they they could be. I mean, last time I was at the hospital, even the nurses were hot. I mean, even the male nurses were hot. So,
Oh man, it's like a
all good.
win-win-win.
It was. I was like, what are you guys doing back there? Changing my bedpan? They're like, that's no bedpan. I was like, oh, okay. So you want to hear my weird story, I guess? I got a weird story for you.
Okay.
Let's see which one I want. Do you wanna let's do it. Let's do one. This one's pretty funny. Okay, so we've gone from farts to getting shot over mayo. Let's go something nice.
Ooh.
Uh how I met my husband while dumpster diving and now we're expecting a baby.
Oh my.
Romance.
Yes. So this is a story out of Buffalo, New York, which is amazing enough. And apparently this happened years ago, so they've been together some time, but this is just them telling the story of how they met. And apparently, Erin Sheffield and her husband Dave, well, I'm assuming Sheffield, so that's probably his last name, met while diving dumpsters in Buffalo, New York. Uh, Dave was in Buffalo getting his degree in mechanical engineering at the University in Buffalo, and Aaron had recently moved there to work at a bike shop. So you can tell they're totally on the same intellectual level, right? So,
Special needs.
uh, yeah. Well, I mean, hey, at least he's doing mechanical engineering, so I mean, he can help her with bike work.
So could
Um,
Sling Blade.
exactly.
No,
Mhm.
Tell you what,
Mm-hmm.
I sure do love them French fried taters. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess they were both into dumpster diving, and so one day I saw him in a dumpster. I popped my head over and asked what he was doing. That's a pretty obvious question there, lady. Obviously, we can tell why she's not in school for mechanical engineering. He jumped out, we cleaned up, and we spent the day dumpster diving together. Now, is that a love story or what? And they became friends and kept dumpster diving as friends for several months before they started dating. And then they kept doing dumpster diving on the side as a profitable side hustle where they started selling found items over the years. Uh, so they said that they made almost $20,000 a year reselling junk they found.
Oh,
Hmm.
wow.
Aw.
Hmm.
So
So what you're
so
telling
there's
me is I could have a part-time job and full-time love if I went dumpster diving and found my person.
that's correct.
So love is available everywhere, including big garbage bins.
Well,
Sounds like it.
you
Like,
you probably could have found your girlfriend in a dumpster, several times if you were like in New York City. I mean, they might not have been breathing, but you probably could have found one once in a while, you
so
know.
do you think they rip open garbage bags to look through stuff, or they just look for stuff that's been discarded in back alleys and next to garbage cans? Well,
Have
like
you never watched the TikTok videos of people dumpster diving?
I try and avoid TikTok like it's the Black Death because as soon
Oh,
as I
it
get
is the
on
Black
there,
Death.
my night disappears. It's like, oh, it's 9:30, and then I look up, oh, it's
It's 1 in the
2:45
morning.
a.m. Like, what the fuck? And then I can't recall anything I watched. I was like, I don't even remember what I watched in the last 5 hours.
How many times did you jerk off in that 5 hour period?
Well, that's just
Yeah,
it. I didn't. So I was wasting my time. I could have been sitting there watching porn and touching myself
yeah.
for 5 hours.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. Five
Oh,
whole hours.
Mr. Clay needs to edge, let me tell you.
Oh my God. I I just wanted to make sure that we had a really good touchy, feel good touchy
Oh,
story
okay.
after somebody gets shot over Mayo in front of their kid, that we had the love of two people who met each other in a trash can. Like
You've succeeded.
it was like Lady and the Tramp for real human beings.
Do you
But
think it's a kink for them? Do you think they find old mattresses and like it's the middle of the daytime, let's throw the mattress down, let's try and not get caught?
y- the thing is I have gone dumpster diving myself. I don't make a nor I don't like go out of my way to do it, but I was raised with a father who had a pickup truck, and as the rules of the pickup truck go, if you're driving along and you see something that's not claimed with the pickup truck and you want it, it's yours.
Wait, I'm just trying to think about that. You said you grew up with a father?
Yeah.
I
What's that
don't
like?
I don't understand. And
Didn't
he was
always.
cool enough to have a truck?
Yeah. Yes, he
Lucky.
did. Yeah.
Oh,
So, yeah, so I've found some good stuff over the years. You
question
know,
is, have you resold it or is it in a room somewhere now? Yeah.
or a landfill site
It's all just piled up in there.
behind him in the red room.
In the red room, red rum, red rum.
That TV, man, that needs to go.
I am going to be buried with that TV.
No,
Oh
dude,
yeah.
that CRT like TV needs to go.
I'm
Like
I'm
No
just
gonna
way.
find a play. I'm gonna find a PlayStation 2, several games, and that old ass
Yes.
TV, and I'm gonna unload it for a couple $100 to somebody.
it's fucking crazy.
Somebody's gonna want that old ass TV to go with some old ass video game system. I'm gonna be like,
Definitely.
you can hook that up on my TV.
Yeah, but do you have the
200
video game system?
No,
So
no.
you
I
gotta
do.
go.
I got
Huh?
several PlayStation 2 games though.
Bring it over.
That's weird. You have games but no system?
Did you mention that part where I said dumpster diving
Seriously?
before?
You just found
Yeah,
some and you
yeah.
don't even know if they work?
Oh, I think they work. They look like they're in perfect condition.
Why are you not selling them?
I am selling them.
He's saving them. That's
There's
what
there's
hoarders
a
do.
there is a certain chain of a certain type of stores that it's very easy to obtain books, CDs, and DVDs that get passed over. I don't know how else to say it. They get put in the dumpster. So of course, a person like me who's trying to downsize has to pick stuff up like that because that's
I
a
don't
smart
think you're there
idea.
for the dumpster diving. I think you're there to find love, Charlie Ray. You're looking for
Maybe
your
I should hang out there more often.
you're looking for your bicycle or motorcycle store chick. Bicycle store chick?
I've
Or
never
you look
seen a female dumpster diver. I don't know about you guys.
or you're looking for your mechanical engineer guy. I don't know where your eyes are like zooming in these days, but what if you found both of them together?
Man, I'm not sure if I could get that lucky.
Maybe.
That's a lot of luck.
You should
That's
carry
a lot
the
of luck.
PlayStation 2 games with you and just like pull them out of your pocket, like hold them up like a deck of cards and like, all right, guys, this is what I bring to the table.
Like a
I go
honey pot?
I go look at all these babies. They
Oh
can
yeah.
also be yours.
Yeah.
What are those?
CDs.
Oh, it's music CDs?
Yeah.
10-4.
Josh, guess how many Charlie Ray has?
I don't know. Big lots there. Excellent.
How many CDs do I own in total, Clay? How many do I own, Clay?
About 20,000?
Nah, I'm not that high.
10,000?
More than that.
Oh,
It's somewhere between 12 and 15.
Fucking
Something
incredible.
like that.
a lot
Yeah.
of music.
That's a lot of music, yeah.
You should put it all on your computer. Just copy over all the songs so you have them as MP3s and then go sell the CDs for like $2 a piece. Make 20 grand.
The whole collection
Yeah.
all at once.
I'm saving them for you to sell after I die, Mr. Clay.
Excellent.
Aw.
I don't mind free
Yeah.
money.
Yeah. Well, just make sure you bury me. That's all I ask.
So cremate you? Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, Charlie Ray, speaking of CDs, are you ready for Urban Dictionary terms?
Sure.
Strangely enough, CD comes into it.
Really? Is it CD's nuts?
No. Well, you already know the answer to that. No, this one under Urban Dictionary, the word is compact disc. Compact disc, which is the long version of CD. So you tell me what you think it is.
I think it's a full-size vagina on a midget woman, so it's a compact disc.
How about you, Josh? What do you think it is?
I think it's when you take a compact disc and you use it as a template over top of the booty hole,
Okay.
and then you just stick your tongue through there.
I do really enjoy both of your answers. Much better than the real answer, but the real one made me laugh out loud when I read it. So the definition of compact disc is if you don't know what a compact disc is, you're fucking stupid.
Yeah, I like my answer better.
Right? And
Hey,
to use-
there's young people who go, "What's a cassette?" They have no idea what a cassette is.
and if you use it in a sentence, I recently bought Aerosmith's Toys in the Attic on compact disc. So yeah, if you don't know what a compact disc is, you're fucking stupid.
Fair enough.
So
Well,
now,
but-
keep going.
No, I was gonna say, here probably in about 20 or 30 years, everybody alive will be like, "What's a compact disc?"
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
we'll know, Charlie
I
Ray.
I love it. I love the video of a person who was talking about how much of a pain in the ass cell phones are, and they said that it'd be a smart idea if they just had a phone at the house, so that way the phone's always there, even if nobody else is there, and so everybody could use it.
Wow. Yeah.
So, hey, if you held on to your phone, they're coming back.
Um,
I don't have to buy a new one. I can just bust one out of my box.
Urban Dictionary 2, compact disc player.
Oh God.
Does it also say if you don't know what the fuck a compact disc player is, you're an idiot?
Is that your guess?
Yeah.
Okay. Compact disc player.
Okay, I got an answer.
All right.
That's one of those nice old Discmans that you used to carry around and put your headphones on, but you have to open it like this. It's a front loader, so it opens like a clam.
Yeah.
You take your nuts,
Okay.
you put them inside that, not the balls themselves, but just the stretchy part of the skin, and then
Yeah.
you slam it closed like a stapler.
Perfect.
What did we call that stretchy nuts thing a few weeks back? What was that
The
again? A
KFC wet
mask?
nap.
KFC wet nap.
KFC wet nap. So you're saying it's a KFC wet nap inside a compact disc
Yeah, but you
player?
staple it.
Oh,
The whole idea is to try to get it closed all the way and
With the flap
clicking
of skin.
shut with your nuts still inside of it.
That's hot.
It's
I
It's
slammed my
exquisite.
finger.
It's
I slammed my
exquisite, the
fingers in
pain.
the door. Sorry, go ahead.
it's a form of birth control.
But yeah, I slammed my fingers on the door once. I can't imagine how much fun it'd be to slam my nuts inside something.
You should try it.
Oh, I don't want to have kids anyway, so
The real
I'm all
definition
done.
from Urban Dictionary is it's a midget disc jockey. So it's a compact disc player.
You were so close with the first answer.
I went to the nightclub and the DJ was a compact disc player. That's it.
he was a compact disc
Anticlimactic.
player playing on a compact disc player.
Except he wasn't playing it, he was slamming his nuts into it, trying to close it all the way.
And screaming, ah, ah.
Almost.
I've got one more Urban Dictionary here. I've been holding on to this one for a couple weeks. I don't
Is that kind of like people in Moldova hold on to their shits for a couple of weeks?
except this isn't painful.
Well, hey, maybe it's not painful for them. Who knows?
They
Who
like
knows?
it.
Curb feelers. Curb feelers.
Curb feelers. That's when you grow your nut hairs out so long that they come out around your socks and you use them to see how close you are to the curb.
Nice.
It's when you use the curb on the actual street as like a doggy style pillow for the gal. It's
Ooh.
a little bit street of a thing to do, but in a pinch and in the dark, you can get the right angle with the help of that curb.
I would bet you that dumpster diving duo uses
I've done that.
I'm just imagining they saw each other and there's the little hearts in their eyes popped out. Like, oh, he's in a trash can.
Curb feelers are giant sagging tits hanging so low they're touching the curb. Damn, that girl better put on a bra before she uses them titties as curb feelers.
Hey man, even a compact disc player to be able to reach those.
So yeah, that's what I've been holding on to for a couple weeks. I don't just the saying of them. Damn, she's got to get them titties holstered.
You could put them in actual holsters on the side of her hips.
I mean,
That's what a bra is for.
I've always wanted to go down on a girl and be able to lick her nipple without moving my face.
Wow.
She's your gal.
She's my gal. And I don't know where to find her. Maybe a dumpster, maybe on a park bench farting. Who knows where these people are?
He could be.
Curbside.
I would make a joke about, being on the floor and not being able to move in Subway, but that was like not very tasteful, so I won't make that joke.
Sorry for bringing such a traumatic tale to you guys.
Yeah. At least Charlie Ray had a
Yeah.
happy-go-feely, lovey-dovey one.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, love stories over trash cans are my forte.
Lady and the Tramp.
Man, but can you imagine 20 grand? How much time do you think they spend dumpster diving? Like, if you put the hours in and the dollars out, what do you think they make per hour?
Well,
I'm
I mean,
imagining they do pop cans probably too, right? Pop cans.
well,
Well,
that's probably the best use of time for a guy who's a mechanical engineer. That's what I'm thinking.
that's where the real money is.
That's right. I was
Finding
going
an
to
old
become a
skateboard.
mechanical engineer, but I decided instead to dumpster dive trash cans like a hopeless bum.
Living the dream. He
But it's
doesn't
only,
have to work,
well, I mean, it's only
And
20 grand. You can't really feed their whole household on that.
but he doesn't pay rent. He's not
Well,
paying
I don't think he
power
lives on
bill.
the street. Does he live on the street?
They
We
live
didn't,
on the street, man. They live in a dumpster.
we, I thought they left their house to go to the dumpsters.
Fuck that. No, they live on the street.
Okay, so yeah, I guess 20 grand is pretty
Pretty
decent amount of
good.
money for
Good.
someone who's not paying rent or
all right, well,
electricity.
I think it's my time to give you some urban dictionaries.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
So,
let's
what
do
do you
this
think?
shit.
You want to go for an urban dictionary?
I haven't guessed an urban
Clay?
dictionary term for since I was a
Forever.
wee lad. Yeah,
Well, you're gonna like this one because it's kind of a play off of a word we've kind of used before.
schnitz,
Mississippi whippet. What is a
Mississippi.
Mississippi whippet?
A Mississippi whippet is after you spent the entire day in the Mississippi heat and you've got that butt stank, you got that swass going on, and then you fart and someone sniffs it right as it comes out of your butthole. That's a Mississippi whippet.
Not
Disgusting.
bad. Not bad. Josh, how about you?
I think it's when you are in the cooler at work and you have those naughty fucking nitrous oxide whip hits and you're taking one of those and right before you're about to black out, someone busts their nut on your face.
Wow.
So they're
Well,
just hanging out with their dick in their hand, waiting
Yeah,
for
just
you.
getting ready. Pinch it
hurry,
off.
hurry, do that nitrous. I'm gonna come on your face. That's some good timing.
Hey
That's
Gary,
almost as good as
can you come to the
simultaneous
walk-in cooler with
orgasms.
me?
I'm gonna do
Gary.
a Mississippi whippet. Okay. Well, Clay, you are actually rather close. A Mississippi whippet is when you fart into your partner's mouth, then they blow it back into your own mouth.
Oh.
Jay and Shane gave each other Mississippi whippets to cover the smell of alcohol on their breath. So
Yeah.
shit is better. Wow.
What's
Hey
the deal
man,
with Mississippi and all this shit?
I
Like Mississippi freight train, Mississippi clothes drying, Mississippi whippet.
It's always poop related.
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I've been to Mississippi and I don't recall there are a lot of people running around with caked up dried shit on their ass or sniffing each other's butts and then blowing it back into their lovers' mouths.
You weren't
I
paying
don't
attention.
know. I don't know, but that's like a southern felching, I guess, only from the other side.
I wonder if
Uh,
southern felching is actually a term on Urban Dictionary.
Let me see. Jamie, you want to pull
Jamie?
that up for me? Let's see here.
What's the first thing that comes up under southern?
First thing that comes up under southern. The word southern is the
Oh.
first word that comes up. But let's see what else there is. Let's get to something. Here's one. Southernizing. Southernizing. What do you think southernizing is?
I think
I don't know.
you know like climatizing, like when you move to a new place and you get climatized eventually for if it's different than where you used to live before, right? Like I'm climatized to Alberta now, coming from BC. Minus 20 doesn't I can go outside in a t-shirt and shit, right? I don't like it, but I can do it and it's like, meh. So I'm thinking what's it called? Southertizing?
Southernizing.
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 So I think southernizing is because south is down south, north is up top. So I think what it is you keep farting and you're creating this like aroma stew within your underwear and it's sort of marinating your testicles. And it's so when you are going to bed with your girlfriend or your wife or your boyfriend or whatever, and you pull off your underwear and the stuff just wafts out, but they're used to it. You have southernized them to your
Well,
your aroma.
that's a pretty good answer, but nowhere near correct.
Damn it.
Josh, any guesses?
I don't really have anything, but I have a feeling it might have something to do with alcohol. I don't know why.
I
But
was thinking
yeah,
it had
okay.
something to do with race as
No,
well.
it's really simple. It should be. Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten it either. Southernizing is when someone goes down south to perform oral sex on someone.
Oh
Oh,
wow,
That's it.
that's
Simple.
easy.
Okay. Yep, simple. Just going south for the winter, I guess. One of the two. Uh, all right, I got one
wait,
more
wait,
for
wait. Is
you.
it
We're gonna
going
keep
down
we're
down south in the like actual driving south, or is it like the
No, no, no,
southern
no. It
part of
just
the
it just it
body?
just it
It's
just means
just going south.
going down on
Okay,
somebody.
okay. I was
That's
like,
it.
wow, there's a lot going on there.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I got one more. We're gonna keep in the southern theme. This
Of
one, we'll
course.
see if you guys can get something on this one. Southern ashtray. Again, the word is southern ashtray. Clay.
It's a normal thing for people from the deep south to live with their entire families for a long time, right? Like the bigger clan, the bigger house, that grandma, great grandma, great great grandma, mammy, pappy, they all live on the same property. So I think you pick the most retarded person in your family, you treat them like a fucking animal, and they have to sit beside you while you're watching TV, and you can put your beer on their head and your ashtray on their head, and you just put your cigarette out and ash it on the top of their head. It's the retarded family member that nobody really likes. You just treat them like a pile of garbage.
Okay.
That's your southern ashtray.
Yeah, that would be a southern ashtray. It's not correct, but you did hit some aspects of it, so we'll
No,
see.
the southern ashtray is when a white trash mom has their newborn baby beside them on their under their arm, and they push in this baby's soft spot and out their cigarette in it.
Wow.
That's pretty brutal.
Make sure you don't give them a bunch of fucking mayo on a sandwich either.
Wow.
Okay. A southern ashtray. You'll love this one. Oh, this is so tasty. It's when smoking a cigarette or a cigar, you discard your ashes in a female's ass when you are finished. You suck the ashes out and feed them to her like a mama bird would do to her chicks.
Wow. That's a lot of work.
In a in a sentence, if you're giving a southern ashtray, make sure she doesn't fart. What happened? You come into work and they go, man, you must really enjoy Lent. No, I tried a southern ashtray and she farted.
You. It's kind of fun guessing them.
It is fun, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I do like looking them up. I love looking around a room and being like, oh, window pane. So then I search window and see what comes up, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, guessing is great. So did we learn
Well,
anything today?
Did we?
wow.
We learned
Okay.
Costco isn't as cool as it once was.
Or it's getting cool again. In my case, I went there today and I had jalapenos, man.
See, but that's a different country. Charlie Ray goes
I,
to the States. Maybe there's a difference between the two.
I'm really jealous that you got to have jalapenos because we never had jalapenos. We only had the little onion chopper thing. We had relish, and like I said, you could ask for sauerkraut. You had to ask for it. It was only on request. So
These jalapenos are amazing too. They're so good. You can't even get them. I don't know what they do to them, but they have a stiff texture to them. They're not mushy.
So they're not pickled, but are
Yeah.
they?
No, they are pickled, but they have a tougher sort of a texture to them, and
Maybe
I
they
really
pick
like
them
it.
like pre-ripe.
There's
um,
red mixed in too, so it's like almost banana peppers, but not quite, because most of it looks like jalapenos, but they're fantastic and they're hot.
Well, Charlie Ray,
oh
looks like you
man,
need another trip to Canada.
I do. I was gonna say I should have brought some of these up there to you. I just didn't have enough room with all that stuff I packed, and I sure hope the Canadian authorities or whoever checked my luggage enjoyed looking through all the sauces. Uh, but we have this brand here at a grocery store. Hy-Vee is the name of the grocery store, and they have some they have like their own private label stuff.
Yeah.
They have these jalapenos that are hot and sweet jalapenos, and I think they're kind of like pickled or whatever.
Oh, bread and
And they
butter jalapenos.
Oh no, they're not bread and butter.
No?
They're hot and sweet, hot and
Hmm.
sweet. And I mean, oh man, they're so tasty. I can just it's kind of like remember at Clay when I ate those wasabi peas.
Yeah. Just a bag
Yeah,
of them, just pounding the
yeah.
bag.
Oh man, I love that stuff. And so these hot jalapenos, I can just eat some of them just by themselves without anything on them. And man, they're delicious on stuff.
Nice.
Good stuff.
I'm just always
Have you,
worried when I'm in the States that I'm gonna get that IBS, like liquid shits. I get it every time I go to the States and go on a road trip and start eating there. My body just like says, no, this isn't good for you. Stop doing it. And then sometimes they're like, can you just stop doing it? Did you bring any blood for a transfusion? Because you're gonna be shitting blood for the next 3 or 4 days. So yeah, watching those wasabi peas and then those jalapenos in Colorado, I was just like, no, it's not happening. I'd already eaten so much crap at that point.
you got to roll the dice, man. You're on vacation.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
Yeah. Suffer the consequences. That's for future Clay to worry about.
that's true. Some of that southern ashtray fart in my face, maybe. Find a woman with some curb feelers. I don't know.
In a dumpster.
In a dumpster. With what is it? The doggy style on the curb? What was that?
Curb feelers.
No, it was the you use it as a pillow. That's what you thought it
Yeah,
was?
that's
Yeah,
right.
okay. Yeah.
Use the curb as the doggy style pillow.
Nice.
Wow, that's got to be a little rough for her.
Well,
She
the
doesn't
chef
mind.
ask the Sheffields. They're experts.
Oh,
They were
I don't
Sheffields.
understand that reference.
I think the
I
dumpster
don't.
diving couple were the Sheffields.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yes, yes. He
Yeah.
probably gave her doggy while he was in a dumpster. So yeah, that's a love story for the ages. I'm surprised there's not a movie about that one.
Well, I mean,
I'm
Couple,
jealous.
are you guys in
yeah,
love with anybody right now?
I'm not. I had a
just
thing going, but it's over with.
just myself.
Oh,
So
and
yeah, no, nope. I'm steadily single. Although I did end up going to lunch with that girl that I was seeing for a while yesterday.
really?
Yeah,
Did she
we're
invite
just
you?
we're just friends. So.
Friends with benefits?
Mm, probably if I wanted to, but I don't want to go back to that scene of the crime. So,
Is that gonna
uh,
hurt her feelings if you do that and say you don't want more?
no,
Or
I just don't want to start that back up. We've gone quite a bit of time from not doing it, and I don't really want that from her anymore. I don't want to encourage things, is what I'm saying. So,
so what you're saying is you're trying to be a decent, respectable gentleman.
yes,
Huh.
yes,
Well,
yeah.
I wish you all the luck with that. And from firsthand experience, I can tell you that that doesn't work. Does it work for you?
Doesn't work for
It
me.
work it works for me just fine. So,
Okay. Well, we're in different countries. There's something going on. We're getting jalapenos. Why are we getting more shit like at Costco than the Americans? That doesn't make any sense.
It's really weird too. It seems like everything, like every time I go down to the States and then I come back up, I've brought something with us. Like the one
well,
time they started selling body armors like the next day when I came back from the States. I'm like, I wish we could get these in Canada, and then they were
Yeah.
here. I can't remember what the other example is.
hopefully it's not an STI. That's all. That's the main thing. Just don't
Yeah, but
bring that shit back.
those are curable, right?
Oh.
Treatable? Curable? I don't know.
I don't
According
know.
according to according to a certain person whose videos I watch on YouTube that are hilarious, if you drink piss and fast, you can cure any STI.
All right, we're gonna probably not follow that bit of advice. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't want to judge you. Hey, listeners, if you guys are drinking your own urine to solve your own medical issues, then hey, more
Yeah.
power to
Yes,
you.
we do not give medical advice on this
Yeah,
show. So,
yeah. Do you remember the guy that injected his own, was it his own semen into the veins in his dick to cure something? Do you remember that? That was a show we did.
I
We,
I guess I would say yes, we did that, but I don't remember it.
yeah. We
Wow.
thought I think he was taking his own semen and he was intravenously injecting it into the veins of his penis.
That doesn't work.
Well, he learned that it doesn't work because the doctor's like, we're gonna have to chop this off because all the black
Oh
stuff you
God,
see is rot. Like
it's
your skin is rotting.
gangrenous.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Unless it was,
Wow.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Because I know we talked about one where a guy was
Well, I
injecting
I thought it was the guy who
cocaine.
was injecting like drugs or whatever into his.
Crocodile.
Yeah, there was a guy injecting either cocaine or testosterone into his penis veins to heal something or other. But yeah, that we did a show where a guy was doing it with his own fucking semen. Just what the fuck?
Seems not safe.
You would figure if it was already in your body, it would be doing the healing it's supposed to be doing. You wouldn't have to put it back into your body to make it work. That's some
Make good
black.
decisions, people.
I wouldn't think that the body would be like, hey, I mean, it wasn't somebody else's semen, so it wasn't like, hey, I reject this. It's kind of like, oh, hey, welcome back, buddy.
No, that's not where that goes.
Yeah, you're in the wrong lane. We're gonna have to take you off this highway and
Yeah.
reabsorb you back into the body.
And
'cause,
rot your dick off.
And
Yeah.
once again, we do not give out any at all health
No.
advice or medical advice.
We got some answers though about them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We got lots of disclaimers and lots of answers, but none of them are ones you should necessarily follow, especially anything that involves the word Mississippi.
Yes, that's true.
That's very true.
That's
Yes.
so fucked up that all the Urban Dictionary Mississippi stuff has to do with shit.
And I guess it wrong every time. What am I doing?
Well, but
Well-
but it's not weird. You know why it makes sense though?
Mhm.
I mean, because it's not really just the state. It's the river, because the river is called the Muddy River. The big, it's called the Big Brown. I
Oh.
mean, the nicknames of
The
the
Big
of,
Muddy.
of the Mississippi River is like the Big Muddy and stuff like that. So
Okay.
it makes perfect sense as to why most of the poops. Well, there's other poop stuff, I'm sure, but the poop stuff has got Mississippi in the name, except for the Cleveland Steamer part. I'm not sure how the Cleveland Steamer got its name. Unless it was like Grover Cleveland laid a steamer on a prostitute's chest. But hey,
Well,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah. All
know.
the Tennessee ones were about like hot sauce and stuff.
Yeah, which is kind of weird. I mean, you would
Well,
think it'd be
Nashville
like
hot.
Texas hot sauce.
Yeah, but Nashville hot's a thing.
Well, there is. I like
And
that. Was it
Louisiana.
that Nashville hot chicken? We've got a restaurant called Dave's Hot Chicken here in Kansas City. I still haven't tried it. Now you make me want to try it, and they're already closed for the night. Which, by the way, eating at 10 o'clock at night wouldn't be good for me anyway. So,
Well, go tomorrow.
yeah.
Make one of your hundreds of cans of soup that you got stocked up there.
I am going to go back. Jamie, I'm going to have you go back to Urban Dictionary because I want you to come up with what comes up for Texas after we get past the part of Texas meaning Texas, a state in the South.
If you don't know what Texas is, you're a fucking idiot.
That's right. So let's see if we can find something interesting.
Well,
Texas.
Texas toenail.
I
Tell me
don't know.
there's a Texas toenail.
Let me see. Is there a Texas toenail? There is a
All
Texas
right.
toenail.
All right. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Any guesses on what a
Oh.
Texas toenail is?
Not
Well,
a
you have to
fucking
guess.
clue.
No guess? Okay.
Mm.
Josh, you want to guess?
Yeah, a Texas toenail is when a gal is in her yoga pants and she's rocking a very visible looking camel toe, except there's a giant gnarly super large clitoris in the middle that resembles a Texas toenail.
All right.
Well, I like your answer better than what a
Hold
Texas
on.
toenail is defined on
Let
here.
Clay
I think I
guess.
got one. A Texas toenail is when you have one of those abnormally deformed penises where the shaft is like really, really thin, but the head is fucking massive like a mushroom. So it's almost like an umbrella. It's so fucking big. And they call that head, like when you look at that penis head, that's a Texas toenail. Because everything in Texas is bigger. Everything.
Oh, that's
Wow.
right.
I'd call that an Alice in Wonderland dick, but Okay. Well, this is the kind of stupid Texas toenail. A Texas toenail is when you remove a toenail to use it as a weapon, much like a commonly used shuriken. Give
Like
that
an-
bitch the Texas toenail,
A
Jimbo.
shuriken.
Like a ninja star.
Yeah, Ninja Star.
Exactly.
Gross, and it would get infected when it hit you.
Yeah, the big fucking
Yes.
toenail if you're gonna be able to throw that thing.
Well, it's the size of Texas, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, well, I guess so. Let me see if there's anything from my lovely state of Kansas. So far, it's 5 pages of Kansas, Kansas, Kansas with
Let's do
nothing after
I'm
it.
gonna think of something. Kansas buttercup.
Well, it's better than Kansas, a terrible, no good shithole of a state. Wow. There's
How
no
about a-
such thing as a Kansas buttercup.
How about a
Oh.
Kansas doorknob? Kansas fruit basket? Kansas centipede.
I can't type that fast.
Well, I mean, you don't have to. Just get Jamie to do it.
Jamie, come on.
There's a Tunisian doorknob. You want to know what a Tunisian doorknob is?
Tunisian doorknob.
Yeah, a Tunisian doorknob.
A Tunisian doorknob is a greeting that goes back to ancient times where you reach out and grab the person's penis and you twist it like a doorknob and you pull it towards you so they get really close so you can whisper hello in their ear in their native tongue.
Very nice.
Yeah, nice.
I can't top that. I don't
Okay.
even know anything about Tunisia.
Well, I don't think anybody's going to be able to top the actual description of a Tunisian doorknob. Okay, a Tunisian doorknob is when you shove a doorknob in a girl's butthole while milking your pet llama. You then climax and come on a Tunisian turtle while getting pegged by an Olympic bodybuilder. After coming, you take a nasty shit on the doorknob that you
Wow.
pulled
Oh my
out of
God.
her butthole.
That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work. I mean, that's a lot of work.
Give me a set of
So-
curb feelers over that any day.
Use that in
Yeah.
a sentence. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. The sentence that went with that. Will, where's my doorknob? Oh, my bad. I was giving Karen a Tunisian doorknob last night.
Fair enough.
Yes. I'm just really curious as to how you managed to both shove a doorknob in a girl's butthole and milk your pet llama at the same time.
I'm just wondering when you pull it out of her butthole and you shit on it, where does the rest of the shit go? It can't just like balance on there.
It just cascades off the
Well,
sides.
you probably have to give it a Mississippi mudslide to coat it. So, okay, I think we've had enough Urban Dictionary for this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
think
feel sick.
Yeah.
well, just think about the
wanna have
love
a
story.
Tunisian doorknob later.
No, just think about the love story. Charlie Ray's
Yes,
beautiful
yes.
story of young garbage searching couples.
Yes.
I'm truly jealous. I can see the appeal to that lifestyle. You're just a vagabond traveling from town to town. Maybe you got your trap line, you check it every day to see where all the good stuff is. You got a little sort of like a homeless encampment with carts, I'm imagining. Can't you see the romance to that lifestyle?
I'm getting my camper van in a trailer, and I'm just going along behind these stores, and I'm just going to be dumpster diving. And every time the trailer's full, I'll come back by Kansas City and put them in my store, and then go back on the road. Keep
Yeah,
acquiring,
with
like a
that kind of
Ferengi.
lifestyle, you're not going to have only one lover. You're going to have multiple lovers, multiple
That's right.
cities.
Man,
In each town.
I'm gonna have a girl in every dumpster in every town. If
And
I'm
just
lucky,
remember-
I can find a homeless woman who let me just fuck her in the streets.
And just remember, if
So-
you get any STIs, all you have to do is drink urine and inject your own semen into your body, and you'll be
That's
fine.
right.
So,
Man, I mean, yeah, it could be like that scene in Boogie Nights. Remember when the guy finds his woman and she's just having sex in the middle of the road? He's like, "What's going on down there? There's a bunch of people standing around. It's his
Yeah.
wife getting banged just in the middle of the
didn't you just
road."
feel bad for William H. Macy in that movie? His
Yes,
wife
I
was such
did.
a whore.
Yes,
Well, I mean, not a whore because she did it for free. So she was a slut.
yes.
Well, she was both.
Well-
She was a porn star.
Well,
So
here's the
sh-
thing. Yeah,
So she was making money. And then when she wasn't making movies, she was still fucking everyone. And her husband just
Right.
sat there watching, not liking
Yeah.
it. I guess he
No.
did blow his brains out.
Well, here's the thing. You could have divorced her. I mean, come on. I mean,
You've clearly never been in love.
It's
well,
dumpster
I have
love.
been,
Some
I
things are
have been.
forgivable.
but they never leave me. So, uh, they never let me down. No, I did feel very sorry for, I did not literally, when I first saw that movie for the first time, I was like, what the fuck? When he came in and blew them all away, I was like, holy
Yeah.
shit. And like, yeah, that was an interesting movie.
I enjoyed it. I recommend it.
I
Boogie
enjoyed it.
Nights,
I enjoyed
recommended.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting story around Burt Reynolds though in that movie. Like he was asked to do that role like over 10 times and kept turning it down before they
That's
finally
true.
convinced him to do it.
And then the
Yeah.
only reason he did it is because he had no other offers coming in. So he's like,
Basically.
fuck, why not? And then he
Yeah.
refused to do press for it.
Yeah.
So like he
Yeah,
just didn't do any press for it, and then when he got nominated for an Oscar, they said the only reason he didn't win is because he didn't
it's
do any
because
fucking press.
right. Yeah, because
Can you,
because he basically didn't support the role at all. Yeah.
Didn't
can
jump
you
through the Hollywood hoops.
can you
Hmm.
imagine like getting that coveted prize just like right in front of your face and be told you shouldn't have been a dick? It could have been
Yeah.
yours.
Or can you imagine how awesome it is that you got an Oscar for being a pornographer?
Yeah. He's a
I think
movie
that would be
maker.
I think that would be awesome. That would literally be like the best like FU at the same time. But then again, I mean, all of Hollywood's a bunch of dirty whores anyway, so it's not
Yeah.
like to them. It's like, oh, so you're getting naked and having sex and getting filmed. Well, who cares? You know, they're all doing that in those eyes wide shut parties anyway. So
Man, I want to go to all those parties.
so do I. I mean, I don't want to be like sacrificed or anything in any of them, but since I'm not a virgin, that probably won't happen. I mean, they still might sacrifice my ass or something, but
They might.
they
I mean,
might.
once they hear how clean it is, they're gonna want it.
Well, I'm not sure if it's so clean anymore. It's like 8 years ago. You know,
Just bring
I
your
mean,
bring your
there's been
robot dick machine.
uh, they all probably have one in their houses. I'm sure
No, they
I'll
have
they're
play
not
the
portable.
that they're not
piano.
they're not they're not that expensive. They can afford them. They're only like $1,200. That's not too bad.
So
So
do you think we should leave the listener with the image of Charlie Ray's clean butthole being sacrificed at a Hollywood sex party with a
I'll
bunch
play
of
the piano in the corner, blindfolded.
man,
Do,
I'm
do, 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 do,
I'm not.
do.
I'm not sure I could handle that. Although I did see a pegging party advertised in London, so I thought Clay, me and you might want to visit the old London town.
like London, Ontario or London, England.
London, England. Yes,
I'm
it
down
was
for
a it was
vacation.
it was a domination party where a bunch of women were gonna peg their subs.
Hmm.
So there you go.
So
Well,
Clay would be
Not
your
quite,
sub then?
not quite, huh?
So Clay would be your sub at the party?
No. All the women are doing the pegging.
yeah.
So
You can
There's-
put a wig on.
I'm not sure Clay's down for that. I think Clay likes to be the Peggy, not the Pegger, or
yeah,
no, the Pegger, not the Peggy.
I want to teach lessons. Time for people to learn.
Yeah, that's right.
So I'm going to be the one
Well,
wearing a wig. Wait a minute. I got long hair.
Yeah,
A
you're good
beard,
to go.
bearded woman done. Bearded woman pegging party.
It'll be normal.
Yeah.
there you go. There you go.
So
All right.
I've had a slice, as I say.
And I've
Yeah,
had
it was
a
great.
good time. That's right. Had a good time.
Excellent.
It's been illuminating. We've covered way more Urban Dictionary than any other episode.
Well, maybe next
So
time we don't have any Urban Dictionary.
maybe we'll go fucking Urban Dictionary-less.
We will. Let's go full
Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day next episode.
That sounds
Okay.
good. A snake
right.
parade.
Sounds
That's
good.
right.
So I'm gonna say peace out, Knowitalls. Peace out, Josh. Peace out, Charlie Ray.
Peace out.
Peace out. Be good to each other. Have a good one. Yeah, makes sense. That's
Yeah.
what it always does.
So yeah, man, just work, kids, planning a trip, and then I think that's it. That's all. Nothing really exciting.
I went to the dentist yesterday.
Ooh, how's that?
Horrendous.
Yeah, the dentist knows I hate going to the dentist, but at least I love my dentist. So that's
Well,
okay.
that's good.
But yeah.
I hadn't been for quite some time. So there's some problems that I knew were going to be coming up. Like I got a loose tooth
Yep.
in the front, so they got to pull that out. And I'm going to get like a little false tooth in there. So
Mm.
that's unpleasant. So everyone, take care of your fucking teeth, man.
Yeah, in the last year I had a tooth pulled, one that rotted, and then my wisdom
Yeah.
teeth came in. My dentist said that my wisdom teeth came in perfect. And he goes, I've never
Oh,
seen
crazy.
wisdom teeth this great. But the problem is I can't reach the back of
They're
them to
rotting.
Well, yeah, I can't reach the back to brush it. So one of them, I was flossing
Yeah.
like maybe a year ago, and all of a sudden I felt something shave off, and I spit into the sink, and there's tooth bits in there.
Tooth.
So
Yeah.
then I rub my tongue up there, and it's all sliced and like just sharp edges. So then texted my dentist, and he's like, "Yeah, just make an appointment. We'll hook you up." I was like, "All right." So yeah, they knocked out two teeth for me, and one's in the middle, you can't
Nice.
see it, and one's in the back. So as long as it's not the front ones yet, it should be fine. But I mean, I go to the dentist every 3 months for a cleaning and a checkup.
I will be from now on. It's a
Yeah,
whole new life.
yeah, I'm going 4 times a year, and I have for like 5 years, and my teeth
That's awesome.
still aren't good enough. Like
Yeah.
you got to just not eat garbage and floss like 3 times a day and brush 5 times a day, and you should be okay.
I purchased a water pick. Do you know what that is?
Does it spray water to get gunk out from in between?
Yeah, it's like a fucking pressure washer for your face.
Oh,
You,
how
you
is it?
turn it on, it's like whoa, 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 whoa. And it's got a little like a string wire that comes off of it. It's got a little spray nozzle, and you just
Yeah.
fucking give her.
Do you like it? Is it good?
I haven't really tried it yet. I tried it for like 2 seconds. I just ordered it yesterday, and Amazon delivered it today, and because my dentist suggested I get one, and we're about to get wet and wild here tonight.
Nice. Dirty. I
I
love
might
it.
even spray some on my balls.
Oh, I hope so. I mean, with high pressure, maybe you can even like create little indentations, and the skin is going to get all rough, and it's like
Ooh, yeah.
branding, but like with water. So you can like brand symbols into your testicles.
What if I stick the nozzle right up to my pee hole and fucking backwards shoot water up there?
That's hot. Would that damage you? Like your
What do you think will happen?
uh, would it go all the way through the tubes and bust some of them, or would your wiener just say no, no,
Something
and
bad
sort
would
of block?
happen.
You might want to avoid like
That
a
reminds me of this kid. Apparently, there was this kid in woodwork that like
yeah,
stuck the air nozzle to a kid's ass and pulled the
yeah,
trigger, and
yeah,
it like blew up his intestines and fucked him up for life.
yeah. I remember that. That was like a news story like 5 years ago or so.
Yeah, how insane is that?
That's fucked
Oh,
up. But if that kid played any sports, the teachers would just be like, "Oh, you shouldn't have done that."
if I was that kid's dad, someone would be getting fucking strangled.
Yeah,
Someone should be fucking shot for that
yeah,
shit.
I agree.